Welcome teachers and aspiring educators. If you're planning to prepare for CTET, especially paper 1, you might find yourself a bit worried about the math syllabus. But don't worry, you're at the right place. This is the first video of a new playlist in which I'm going to help you ace the CTET math syllabus. Whether you haven't solved sums in years, you feel math is not for you, or even if you find the subject daunting, this playlist is for you. In this video, we'll be exploring the structure of the CTET math syllabus, highlight the key areas that you should focus on, and share simple and effective strategies which will boost your confidence and help you to play to your strengths. If you're new to my channel, then hi, I'm Dr. Swasti Dhar, your mentor on this journey, and it is my mission to guide teachers and trainee teachers to clear the CTET exam in their very first attempt. I offer pre-recorded, self-paced courses both on paper 1 and paper 2. They are available on my website www.lwsctet.com. Once you enroll, you'll receive access to a dedicated class WhatsApp group, and 4 months prior to the upcoming exam, I also conduct weekly doubt clearing sessions, learning sessions, and we meet for PYP, that is previous year paper solving, on the weekends. You can join the PYP classes even without buying my full course, so that we can solve papers together. For the upcoming July 2025 CTET, the weekly classes and the PYP solving classes have already begun. You can still check them out and come and join this vibrant group. So let's dive into the topic for today's video, that is strategizing for success in maths in CTET. Let's begin. Here's some quick housekeeping before we start. If you are not familiar with the CTET pattern and structure, then I highly recommend that you go and watch this playlist of mine, which is a CTET 101, which is called the Beginner's Guide to the CTET. And over a course of 7 videos, this entire playlist, I'm sure it will answer each and every question that you have about CTET. So if you're not familiar with CTET or you're going to be attempting the CTET for the first time, then this is a playlist which you should watch first. This playlist is aimed mainly at those teachers or aspirants who will be taking paper 1. If you are aiming for paper 2 and you have social science as one of your options, then you do not have maths at all. So this playlist will be of no use to you. So for you, I can offer you another playlist which you can see. This is called Crack the Language Section, the CTET Language Section, which I'm sure will be very helpful for you. So paper 2 SS students, paper 2 social science students, you do not have maths, so don't waste your time on this video or this playlist. If you are appearing for paper 2 and you are a math science student, then I can understand that your maths level will already be higher. So I would suggest that you watch this video to understand the overall structure that I'm talking about. And in the subsequent playlist, you can see the topic which I will be teaching, because I'll be taking up specific math topics and I will be talking about the kind of questions which will come and what needs to be learned for that. So you can see if that topic is of interest to you or if you think you need help with that topic, then you can watch those. Otherwise, video number 1 for the playlist will be helpful for you too, paper 2 math science students. But mainly this playlist is aimed for those who are taking their paper 1. So let me start with the math syllabus, the structure of the 30 marks that you will get. This is both for paper 1 and paper 2. So the math 30 marks that you have, in math science, it will be 30 marks of math and 30 marks of science. So I'm talking about the 30 marks of math here in for paper 2. And math is a separate part in paper 1 itself. So the 30 marks of math can be broken down into these 3 sections. The first is your maths pedagogy. This is 15 marks and this is common for both paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 2 does not have a separate maths pedagogy which they will ask you. Paper 1 and paper 2 maths pedagogy is the same. So if you are aspiring to be a paper 1 maths student, please do look up the questions when you're practicing PYPs, even for the paper 2. The pedagogy questions are similar. So 15 marks is maths pedagogy. And I know a lot of students ignore this. If you take the other 15 marks, I break it into 2. One is concept-based questions. Now, concept-based questions, you do not have to solve anything. And the third one is your sum-based questions, where you have to do arithmetic and geometry, and you have to solve the sums. You have to do addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So let me give you an example of what I mean by a concept-based question and a sum-based question. So here is a question in which has been asked, what is a triangle with all sides of a different length, like a triangle in which each length is different? What will it be called? And options given are equilateral triangle, right angle triangle, obtuse angle triangle. Now you have to know what this is. This is a concept that you know, that this is a scalene triangle, a triangle which has all its sides of different length or all its angles are different. They are called a scalene triangle. There's no maths involved out here. But let me take the next question. Here it is said that a triangle with side ABC, you have angle A given as 80, you have angle B given as 55, and what is the measure of angle C? So here you have to know the concept, of course, that all the three angles, they work out to 180 degrees, and you have two angles given. So 80 plus 55 is already given to you. That makes 135. So therefore, 45 degrees is the sum. So you have to know concepts. Of course, without knowing concepts, you cannot do math, but sums are involved in this. So this is what I mean by understanding that even sums can be divided into concept-based sums only. And in paper 1, there's a lot of focus on concept-based sums and also on, of course, a bit of solving. So to recap what I said, maths has to be thought of in these three manners. 15 marks is maths pedagogy. That is obviously given in the syllabus. You should know that. But even the arithmetic part or even the sums part is broken into two. You have the concept-based sums and you have the solving-based sums. For paper 2, the complexity increases by say 20-30%. The topics remain the same. So now that you understand the structure, here are certain strategies which will help you to excel. One is focus on your maths pedagogy. Again, just like languages, a lot of aspirants just ignore this topic. They don't know it exists. They haven't gone through the syllabus. They haven't figured this out, and they really don't give much importance. They go on practicing solving sums, which is really 7-8 marks in paper 1 and maybe 10-12 marks in paper 2, but 15 marks out of the 30 marks is maths pedagogy. So the first strategy is that if your maths is weak, or if you feel that your maths you need a little more help in maths, start with pedagogy. Focus on pedagogy, maths pedagogy. That is, it is not the same as CBP. Variable theory, pre-number concept, what kind of errors are formed in maths. All these are part of the maths pedagogy, and you need to know this. And this is very much a part of what I teach in my Math Success Blueprint, which is a part of the package of my CTET Success Blueprint. So the first strategy is focus on maths pedagogy. 12 out of 15 marks you can easily get out there. The second strategy is strengthen your concepts. 4 to 5 marks, even 6 marks out of the 15 marks of paper 1 are totally concept based, and you need very strong concepts because they'll ask you very simple questions, but you need to know your concepts. Where do you strengthen your concepts from? Watch quality videos, take up a mentor. But if you're studying on your own, then one of the best places I have seen is to take the NCERT Exemplar series. They have the Exemplar series for starting from class 6 to class 10. So if you are attempting paper 1, then do the Exemplar series for class 6 and 7. And if you are attempting paper 2, then do the Exemplar series from class up to class 10. These Exemplar series are available, of course you can buy them, but they are available free on the NCERT website. So you can go and download them topic by topic and you can just go through the sums. There are also concept-based sums out there and solving sums out there. So the Exemplar series is one of the best places you can check out for doing your math. So do focus on your concepts. That's my second strategy. The third strategy is to improve your arithmetic skills. You should be knowing your basic multiplication tables 1 to 10. You should be thorough. I mean, I know so many people who will take 5 minutes to think what 8 into 7 is. So you have to be quick with your multiplication tables. Ideally, you should know it up to 15 or 20. But even up to 12, if you know, it will help. You should know your squares up to 25 to 30, 1 to 30. You should know your squares. You should know your cubes 1 to 10 definitely. And you should be able to add and subtract quickly, at least one-digit numbers. So if I give you a 9 plus 5, you should reach 14 very fast and not take time doing calculating on your fingers. So work on your basic arithmetic skills and keep practicing a bit of simple addition, subtraction, multiplication. There are apps available on your phone, so you can download free calculation apps and just work through being able to solve simple sums on your own. Strategy number 4 is prioritize PYP practice. I cannot overemphasize how much you need to not just practice maths or practice any CTET in the air. Do it from a place where you have the kind of questions which will be asked. So take up the previous year papers and go through those questions so that not only do you become familiar with what CTET will ask, but you also become familiar with the kind of questions which you can practice. So PYP practice is a very, very crucial part of preparing yourself for the CTET. In the upcoming videos of this playlist, I have highlighted or rather taken up 5 topics of the entire syllabus. But these topics I have taken up because questions from this are asked in every CTET that has taken place. Sometimes one, sometimes two, definitely one, but sometimes two questions are also asked. So these topics are the metric system. So next video will be on the metric system. Then there'll be on fractions. A lot of questions are asked on fractions. There is a conversion between the Indian number system and the international number system. So the number system questions are also asked. Fourth one will be on divisibility rules, and the fifth one will be on LCM. So 5 main topics if I do, I believe that you will get much clarity, and also these are the most oft repeated topics, so they will be of help. What I plan to do with these topics is first show you the kind of questions which are asked, and then kind of take you step by step. This is how I teach in my Maths CTET blueprint, but I'll be just taking these topics out of the vast many that there are and take you through what is the concept that you should know, what are the conversions or what are the steps or what are the kind of questions which you should be able to do, and finally whatever are the questions which have been asked in the last 4 offline papers, that is the August 2003 paper, then the 3 papers in 2024, which is your January, the July and the December papers. So I'll show you those questions and then we will solve those questions too. So the next video will be on the metric system. Let me know if it sounds good to you. If there are any more topics you would like me to take up, then do let me know. Right now, my playlist is going to consist of only this introductory video and the 5 topics that I've highlighted. But I can always do separate questions and sections for you. If you found this video useful, do like and subscribe. Think of joining my WhatsApp preparation group if you want to be associated with me. All the links are there in the description below. Do share this video with anybody you think will require training for the CTET. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.